right. This is the first time I'm live. And of course, I don't have that many subscribers, so I don't expect anybody to get on. However, I did want to do a quick birthday reflection. It is my birthday today, April 12th, and I'm doing a quick one just because I do have a lot of work to do here today. Yes, even on my birthday, there is a lot of work to be done. So, every time your birthday comes, there comes a time of reflection because, okay, this is another year. I'm a little bit older. What did I do the past year? What happened? Can I make it better? Where do I want to go? And so all these questions always come to mind, at least for me. And for me, it's been a whirlwind. So anybody who knows of my journey just in the last year, a lot of people know I'm with Dan Locke, who is an influencer and on YouTube, as well as a businessman, a serial entrepreneur, et cetera, et cetera. Being on his team, first of all, went through his mastermind group. And then being on his team, going out to Vancouver every single month, and from there going to different conferences, eventually meeting a lot of great entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, and influencers, and them inspiring me and upping my game, right? And making me work more harder, think more sharper. And believe me, that's not easy because my brain tends to just scatter all over the place. But I think you are the average of the 5 you surround yourself with. And because of the high level, the kind of people I surrounded myself with just in the past year has dramatically changed how I operate, who I am, and how I think on a daily basis. And it's been just progressionally getting better and better every single time, which I think is what the whole game is about in life, for me anyway. So I did want to talk about real fast something about trust, okay? And this is something I told a good friend of mine before. And this, by the way, is based off of Brené Brown's talk on Super Soul Sunday, on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday. And it really got me thinking a lot, and it really got me paying attention to a lot of trust bids. So if you haven't watched the Brené Brown live stage, basically a trust bid is when we always do these subconsciously just psychological tests that we do onto other people of a little bit of a trust bid. And what that ultimately is let's say I'm feeling down and I'm crying, let's say, and my roommate, right, is there and she's passing by and she sees me crying. That in itself is a trust bid. And she has the choice of either coming up to me and asking me, hey, Tina, what's wrong? What's going on? Or she can feel awkward, or she can just choose to ignore it because she just doesn't want to deal with it right now. And then she walks into her own room and shuts the door. So even though I didn't cry, let's say on purpose for her to get attention, right? For her to give me attention, but the decision that she made, whether to come to me to ask if something is wrong, even though it was inconveniencing her, or for her to go and lock herself in the room, that's a choice that she made, and that's a trust bid, right? So knowing that if she did come to me, knowing that she's not regularly the type of person who would just come up to me to chat with me, but she did because she clearly saw that I was in need of something, of help, or something, right? Because I'm clearly crying or something of that nature. And so she goes forth and comes up to me. Now there's a little bit of a little coin, like a trust coin, into my trust jar. And I'm going to trust her a little bit more. Now, over time, if you keep doing these trust bids and the person, whoever it is, keep putting trust coins into your little trust jar, eventually your trust jar gets full. And the more full your trust jar can get, the more you become trusting of that person. And not all trust bids are equal. So let's say if my, God forbid, my one of my parents died and I had to go to one of my parents' funeral, and a trust bid would be, okay, I need to go to this funeral. Would you come with me? Right? That's a huge trust bid because that's something emotional. That's something vulnerable. And you could say no, right? But if you say yes, apparently psychologically, funerals and what was it? Something else, funerals and divorce, something that's emotionally catastrophic in your life that is a higher trust coin. That's a higher trust bid. So if I reflect upon, okay, these people came to my funeral, naturally, emotionally, it's going to make me trust them more because they were there for me in time of need. And it was totally a selfless thing that they did because there was no need for them to come to the funeral, because it's not like they needed to come to the funeral, right? It was just to support me. So that's a trust bid in itself. And the reason why I'm talking about trust bids at all is because really when I think about just, let's say, like the people who have been contacting me today, happy birthday, Tina, and talking about what are you going to do today, all this stuff, and all these interactions. Now, there's always those people that are just coming because they happen to see the Facebook announcements that it's my birthday and they say, happy birthday. Okay, that's great. But then there's also people who just, they happen to not know that it was my birthday and they shoot me a message. Wow, I didn't know it was your birthday. Happy birthday. And there's an actual interaction happening. And then there's like the inner circle who knew and planned out and we're going to do something for my birthday, right? And so all these different sections, they all have different levels because one group have no trust bids. Let's say I don't know them, they don't know me. There hasn't been coins on either end, right? Flipping on either end. Granted, not many opportunities to do that. The middle level, there's been maybe like one coin or two coins, right? Like one little tiny coins, right? And then the inner circle is more of the coins. The coins are happening. Right? It's almost like an arcade. You keep playing these games. Now, at the same time, when it comes to trust bids, it's not just depositing coins, there are withdrawals. So if somebody hurts you or did something wrong, there was a wrongdoing, the trust bids, they take away the coins, right? So then it's all about, well, how much coins did I insert? How much coins did I take away? Why? How can I fix that in the future? And all of those things. And it just made me think about what kind of trust bids that I give and what was taken away from me just in the past year. And I will be proud to say, because I really was thinking about this ever since I saw this talk by Brent Brown, that I've been really conscious about these trust bids. Because I'm not necessarily the type of person, even though I'm a woman and I'm supposed to be intuitive, I'm not necessarily the most intuitive person. I don't necessarily catch all the little different social cues that most women or people catch. Apparently, it just goes over my head a lot of times. So I've been really trying to pay attention to these little moments that is a trust bid. And it can be as little as, oh, let me hold that coffee cup for you. It looks like you're struggling with getting your keys out, right? That's a trust bid. It's noticing little tiny things and taking that on. And for me, just doing that alone, I will say that it's insane. But even if you look at my social media, which isn't necessarily an indication of what is going on in a person's personal life, but even if you look at my social media, you can tell that there's a lot more people that I affected with trust bids than I have in the past previous years. And that's because I've been consciously trying to insert trust bids. This is a very conscious thing. And it just goes to show that when you put in the effort, right, the right effort to the right things, the results come, because I'm all about results. I don't care there's just a lot of things you can do and foo, but results are actually there after a year. Now there has to be patience, right? Because I'm reflecting upon it a year later. But just within this 1 year, and these little trust bid moments, right? They're so small. They're so seemingly insignificant. But when you stack these trust bids up, the results are phenomenal. Because not only does, let's say I built trust with this one person, it doesn't stay with that one person. It actually goes to another person, especially when you have mutual people going around. Because if person A can vouch for me because they trust me so much and they believe in me so much that they say, you know what? Hey, Jeffrey or Susie, Tina is fantastic. I totally and completely trust her with my life. If you have a lot of people like that, or even just one person like that, who can honestly say that about you, then you don't even have to do the work with these other people, because these other people, because of the relationship they have with this person, now by proxy they trust you. Now you still have to put it in the trust bits, but you don't have to start from scratch. And that's the real power, that third person power, that fourth degree removed, that fifth degree, the sixth degree removed power. That's what I've been experiencing lately, actually. And that is the most powerful thing ever. Now, also, it's dangerous because if you're not able to execute on that, that whole thing can collapse. So you have to make sure that you are on your trust bid game, so to speak. It just ultimately comes down to having integrity, keeping to your word, right? And if you can't, just say no. Just say no. And it's okay to say no, because saying no is so much better than saying yes and under delivering, right? It's better to say yes and what do you call it? Uh, Undervalue what you're going to do and then over deliver, right? That's the best strategy. And if you know you can't do it or you're iffy about it, it's better to just say no. So I've been saying no a lot, but at the same time, that's reserving my trust bid. That's reserving my reputation in a way. Anyway, so happy birthday. I'm about to go to the flower shop to get my mom a bouquet of flowers and hand that to her today. That'll be a lot of fun. I'm going to see her really fast, even though I have work to do. So I am going to meet up with her in a little bit. Anyway, that's going to be fun because, oh, sorry. I wanted to say, because it is your mom who labored you. So really, it's not my birthday. It's mom's, oh, you did hours and hours of labor, and thank you for that. And oh, and carried me for 9 months. Thank you for that too. And possibly ruined your body. And thank you for that also. So I wanted to do a quick live, real fast. This is the first time I ever done it. But anyway, I love all of you. Have a wonderful day. Happy birthday to all of you, and happy unbirthday to all of you who it counts. All right, bye.